Sir, over to you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. So, Amna, you're from Aptabad.
Yes.
First, tell me, what is the historical importance of your name?
Sir, Aptabad was founded by me.
Your name?
My name. Okay, sir. Sir, my name is of religious significance, and I was named after the name of mother of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hazrat Amna Razila Ta'ala Anha. And so she was born in 549, and sir, she was
549 what?
AD.
AD.
Yes, sir. And she was from a Zohra tribe, and she died when Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was 6 years old.
And where is she buried?
She is buried in Abwa.
All right. Okay. So, you're from Aptabad.
Yes.
Can you tell me about Major James Abbott and his love for Aptabad?
Yes, sir. So Major James Abbott was the first Deputy Commissioner of Aptabad, and he was a British military officer who was fighting the Second Sikh War, Anglo-Sikh War, which was fought in the province of Punjab. It used to be a consolidated province before partition of NWFP 1901.
Which Anglo-One war it was?
Second Anglo-Sikh.
Sanglo.
Anglo-Sikh War it was. Second Anglo-Sikh War.
Okay, Anglo-Sikh War. Can you elaborate upon Anglo-Afghan War 1?
Sir, Anglo-Afghan War 1 was fought between Sher Ali and East India Company, and it was in the year 1839. And
Till?
sir, it was, I don't know when it ended. I'm not fully...
Okay, what was the outcome of it?
Sir, the Afghan leaders, they won, and East India Company was defeated in that war.
Okay, and what happened in Anglo-One War 2?
Sir, it was fought between Ahmed Sher Ali, son of Sher Ali, and East India Company, and it was...
What was the outcome?
Sir, East India Company won the war.
Won the war, are you sure?
Yes,
Did they win?
Yeah.
There was a massacre as well.
I'm not aware of that.
You're not aware of that? Okay. And the issue of Durand Line was settled in 1893 between Amir Abdurrahman Khan and Mortimer Durand.
Yes.
Then why there was another war, Anglo-One War in 1919?
Sir, because they wanted to keep USSR at the bay. It used to be a buffer state between Pakistan and USSR. Sorry, it used to be subcontinent before partition. And sir, they did not want them to interfere into their affairs in subcontinent.
There was something more to it. I'm talking about the Durand Line issue.
Yes, sir.
What was that? What was agreed upon in Treaty of 1919 of Rawalpindi, which was not agreed upon in 1893?
Sir, they agreed upon making it a permanent boundary between a subcontinent and Afghanistan.
They actually made this border, an international border, under international law.
Okay.
Before it was not under national law. All right. Moving ahead, you had Indo-Pak history.
Yes, sir.
So let's have a quick question answer session. I will say year and tell me that which battle was fought in that year. 1191,
Sir, Battle of Terrain 1.
92,
Battle of Terrain
1526.
Sir, 1526, first Battle of Panipat.
Who was fighting who?
Sir, Babur was fighting Ibrahim Lodi in first.
Second Battle of Panipat, when did it happen?
So it was between Hamu Bakar and Akbar, and it was fought in
Akbar was fighting?
in 1556.
Was Akbar fighting? What was the age of Akbar at that time?
So he was 7 or 8 years old.
7 or 8
14.
or 14 or 13?
I'm not aware of that.
You're not aware of that? All right. What is black hole of Indian history, Amna?
So, to my knowledge, sir, it was a dungeon in which British prisoners were kept, and they all of them died overnight.
All of them? No, not all of them.
Most of them, bro.
Most of them. I mean, it was followed by which war or battle?
I'm sorry, sir.
Battle of Plassey.
Battle of...
Okay, Amna, what do you think? It was Battle of Plassey or Battle of Buxar which changed the later history of subcontinent?
So it was Battle of Buxar. Because
How so?
Treaty of Allahabad was signed after Battle of Buxar, and which gave Diwani rights to East India Company so that they could draw taxes and they could make whatever reforms they wanted to.
What was the act which was regulating this?
So it was in the year... So I think it was Pitt India Act.
It was Regulation Act.
Regulation Act.
Which year it was?
I'm sorry, sir.
You do not know. Okay, you had psychology as well.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the difference between operant and classical conditioning?
So operant conditionings are the condition in which priming is used to regulate a behavior, and sir, classical conditioning are those in which the natural responses of the individuals are generated.
On what grounds Anna Freud differed from Sigmund Freud?
I'm sorry, sir.
You do not know that. Who was Carl Jung and what was he to Sigmund Freud?
I'm sorry.
You do not know. All right. So you had international relations as well.
Yes.
Tell me about the U2 incident.
So U2 incident was in 1960. It was a base of USSR in Peshawar, which was bombed by a base of USA in Peshawar, which was bombed by USSR.
Mm-hmm. Keep on speaking. I'm listening.
And so, because at that time Pakistan was aligned with the Western world during Cold War era, and as a result of that, Pakistan was allowing them to build their bases here, intelligence based or other bases, and the soil of Pakistan was being used by them, USA and USSR. It attacked the bases of USA in.
There is a famous operation in the war on terrorism which started it. That was Operation Enduring Freedom. Why what is named as Operation Enduring Freedom?
I'm sorry, sir.
You do not know.
No, sir.
What is the difference between Americans' war on terror and Pakistan's war on terror?
So America's war on terror was to defeat the terrorist factions which were operational in Afghanistan, and Pakistan's war on terror is the residual factions which are operational on the soil of Pakistan. Pakistan is trying to defeat all of them.
Hmm. Okay. And for that, we have made a national action plan as well.
Yes, sir.
Why there was a need of national action plan and why was it brought into fore?
So it was in 2014 after APS attack, because we needed to strengthen NACTA and CTD activities in Pakistan. And besides that, we had to register the seminaries because it was believed that their curriculum is responsible for inculcating such sentiments into the students, into the disciples. And afterwards, so it was decided that their registration was made imperative. And besides,
That's the security policy, Amna.
so national security policy 2002 is the first national security policy of Pakistan, and it is about it is citizen centric, and it is of the views that economic and security both policies are necessary for us.
Okay, all right. So, can you tell me about the inconvenient truths?
I'm sorry, sir.
Have you heard about it?
No, sir.
We haven't heard about it. If someone was to ask you as a student of environmental science, what would you say? What is an inconvenient truth?
Greenwash practices.
No, it was a documentary.
Okay, sir.
You haven't heard of it.
No, sir.
It is regarding climate change. And if you have not heard it, you must not know that who made it. You do not know, right?
Not aware of that.
It was Al Gore. All right. Last question from you. You're a doctor of pharmacy.
Yes, sir.
There is a nexus of doctors and the pharmaceutical companies, and which is not being broken, right? So, how to break this chain? Because they're bribed by the pharmaceutical companies, doctor, they prescribe the same salt on the higher prices. How to break this?
So we need to strengthen the role of DRAP, Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan, which is responsible for licensing and regulation of the drugs, and also it is responsible for eradicating.
How DRAB would regulate this?
So because they need to work upon, I would say that because drug inspectors, they are deployed in every district by DRAP.
But drug
They're-
inspectors are not deployed for asking some doctor not to prescribe some medicine.
So there must be some scrutiny and a balance that must be dispensed while prescribing the medicine.
I do not agree with your proposition that DRAP can do something. It has to do something else. Can you tell me something else about that?
I'm sorry, sir.
No, you cannot. Okay. What is the role of DRAP? What does it do?
So DRAP has basically four things to do. It is responsible for the registration of drugs. Secondly, it is
Okay, it is under which act?
so Drug Act 1967.
1967? No, it is not 67.
Forgot about that.
You forgot about that. You must know it. You're a pharmacist and you must know it. Okay, go ahead.
So second is provision of licenses to the drugs, and thirdly to monitor the costs of the drugs, and fourthly to monitor the quality of the drugs.
Very vague answers. Anyway, sir, please.